Hello Ace Nation, I am longtime independent fan and Ace Nation member Robert. Anarchy 2015 was a great show last night from the Morgan Jr. Arena in Wallington, New Jersey. We kick off the show with the King of New York, EC Negro, defeating CK Cross, who hadn't been seen in Ace in years. Next up was a three-way match which saw Sonny Kiss accompanied by Boy Diva Rick Cataldo as he defeated All-Star Lou Torres, who returned to Ace, and the good guy Azrael to become the new Fight for Flight champion. Up next in singles action, Chris Reyes took on Astro Morales, and during the matchup, Devil's Outlaw Stockade had came out to cause a distraction, and Chris Reyes ended up capitalizing and defeating Astro Morales, and then Stockade went to town on Astro with a chair like a railroad, hammering him down like a railroad spike. Up next, we saw Mike Donovan and Ricky Richards defeat Absolute Alvin and elite athlete Mike Orlando to retain the tag team championship. Then it was intermission at that point. And then we saw the show resume with Ultimo Maya and Black Zemis defeating William Wyeth and Andrew Tiny Johnson. After the match ended, Wyeth and Tiny were having a discussion, and Wyeth eventually cold-cocked Tiny, and eventually Mike Lewis, Absolute Alvin, Mike Orlando, and Azrael come out, and Mike Lewis says to Wyeth, "Remember this?" And it was a Hollywood Inc. t-shirt. Wyeth put it on, and I don't know if they renamed themselves Hollywood Inc. but it seems that Wyeth and Mike Lewis are pretty much doing business again in Ace Pro Wrestling, which probably will spell bad news for many. Then next in singles action, the Devil's Outlaw Stockade defeated Chris Romano, who filled in for Joey Adams, who was initially advertised for the match at Stockade. Stockade took the microphone after the match, and he called the fans sheep, and Astro Morales eventually came out, and the referees were trying to hold him back. Chris Reyes comes out, he jumps on Astro's back, and Astro pulls him off, and Reyes hit the parquet floor, and eventually Astro and Reyes took it up the ramp and through the curtain. Up next, we saw Vince Steele take on TJ Marconi for the heavyweight championship, and Marconi got disqualified for hitting Steele in the face with the championship belt. I don't think anybody really liked that ending. And then it was main event time as Ricky Reyes took on TNA World Champion Ethan Carter III. And prior to the match, Ethan had the microphone. He said he had to use the bathroom, and I don't know if he really did go inside the bathroom and use it. And after he came back to the ring, he told Reyes he didn't wash his hands. And the match was on, and Reyes can really go, and Ethan eventually picked up the win. Ethan then takes the microphone after his match, and he said he's the greatest and best looking champion in the building, which brings out newly crowned Fight for Flight champion Sonny Kiss and Boy Diva Rick Cataldo, and Sonny was twerking, and Ethan tried to twerk, and Ethan nailed Kiss with a low blow, but Kiss seemed to enjoy it. And then let's just say he's not Sonny Kiss for nothing, and he planted one on Ethan Carter III, and that's pretty much how Anarchy 2015 had ended. Alright, my personal notes, it was great having the lovely Charmaine sitting with me for most of the show. Good seeing JL Chico, classic Mikey D, Mike Morgan, of course. Who else can I remember seeing in the crowd for this one or at the show? Yeah, I guess it's time for some memorable quotes. "Don't eat this! This is garbage!" EC Negro when he took my cheeseburger and he threw it on the floor. I told you not to eat that and you still do. EC Negro when he caught me eating my french fries just before his match with CK Cross got underway. Stop lying, you know you liked it. Charmaine when Ethan Carter III was like down on the ramp after being kissed by Sonny Kiss. Great seeing Ryan Peterson, Cheyenne. Okay. Well, Ace returns with 2 shows coming up. Saturday night, August 29th, they present a fundraiser for the New Jersey Food and Clothing Drive titled Wrestling Rescue. And then they return on the following Saturday, which is September the 5th for Collision Course. And here's my match wish list. I'd like to see Vince Steele challenge TJ Marconi for the heavyweight title with no disqualification. I'd like to see William Wyeth, Absolute Alvin, and Mike Orlando face Andrew Tiny Johnson, Mike Donovan, and Ricky Richards. I'd like to see Astro Morales against Stockade, or maybe Astro and a partner against Stockade and Chris Reyes. Not sure what other matches I can think of, but by the way, this was my first Anarchy since 2012, and I gotta say, this one really delivered. Forgot to mention this. As Absolute Alvin and Mike Orlando made their way to the ring, Alvin walked right by me and kind of autographed the very page that I wrote the match listings for this particular show. Yes, I did say thank you in case he didn't hear me when he walked away. That will do it. Great show, and even though there were many chairs set up, I was hoping for a bigger crowd, and hopefully as the months go on, there will be more and more people at the Morgan Jr. Arena.